Hello, good people. It's me. You know who it is. So on one of my videos, a very, very, very nice subscriber mentioned that they found my channel because of the Air Max unboxing video, and they were asking for like an update or like a review. So that is what I'm here to give. I guess I should have done with the camera, but I'm trying to make this channel more like based on like the audio and falling asleep rather than making it visual. Because again, when I listen to AS, I'm rambling. It's not important. We're not talking about that yet. Okay. So the AirPod Max, obviously with elephant in the room, the price, right? They're so expensive, it's ridiculous, it's very disgusting, it's hard to justify. I justified it for myself because it was around a celebratory time in my life, and they were like $50 off for Black Friday, so it was like a double gift to myself. And like audio is like what I like to spend my money on. Like music is like where I get like a little bit, I don't want to say snobby, because that's not the case. If that were the case, I probably wouldn't be buying these headphones, but it's like that's where I want things to be useful. I use headphones when I'm not at work pretty much all day, right? Whether it's music, podcasts, I'm cleaning up, I'm walking my dog, I'm working on some work. Okay, so I'm working, doing a puzzle, like ASMR before bed, using a bathroom, like music, right? So I just really needed, like, I like to have good headphones because I like the music to sound as good as possible in my price range, but I also like convenience. So first I had the Sennheiser something's not Sennheiser. Where did I get that from? I had the Sony XM3 or 4s, but the issue is that they don't like connect to multiple devices, right? So it must be the 3s. So like when I switch from like my phone to my iPad, I have to like hold down the button, wait for it to turn off or on, and then wait, for the Bluetooth pairing, and then go into the Bluetooth settings and connect it, right? And then when I go from my iPad to my laptop, like it's the same thing if I switch devices, which is annoying because I use my phone, iPad, and laptop pretty much every day, right? So it's like I'm doing this all the time, which is frustrating. So let's just get to the review part. I like that the AirPod Maxes, of course, a big part of them is that is the connectivity. And so when you put them on and you are on one of your devices with the Apple ID, it'll automatically connect. So I just put the headphones on. If I'm on my phone and I play like a song, it starts playing in the headphones. And then if like, say I'm listening to music on my phone, but then I find a video on my iPad that I want to watch, if I start playing the video on my iPad, it'll pause the music on my phone and then play on the iPad, right? The MacBook, so I'm gonna have to check to see if something's wrong, because it's not as seamless as that. Like I have to go in there each time and like click the little Bluetooth button and then click on the headphones. It's less work, so I don't have to like put the headphones in pairing mode like that, but I still have to go in and manually connect them. So I love that part. It's very convenient. So the switching is excellent. They sound really, really nice. Like really, really, really nice. So that I was excited. For the price they ought to, but they do sound better than the headphones I had before. So that was good. And worth it. And it's it makes everything sound better, like even ASMR. But there's no like audio port, so I can't. Like when I record these videos, I'm still using my the old Sonys because they have a cord. The Apple ones, they don't turn off, like they just don't. They have like low power mode, so when they're not on your head, like I don't know when it kicks in, but like it goes into low power mode, so it's fine. Like the headphones, it still they last me a few days on a single charge. Um, After a while, I'll just end up charging it. So like I don't know how long it actually would last, but I think it's only gotten red like once. But usually I'll go a couple days without charging them. And they just charge with the USB lightning cable. And it charges pretty quickly. But again, I don't usually let it run down that low. So yeah, when you're done using them, you just take them off. And then they're in low power mode, which is convenient in the sense that like all you gotta do to like use them is you literally just put them back on your head. Like there's no on button, there's no off button. You just put them on, and so if you're like in the same session, like it hasn't been that long, it'll just play whatever you're playing. But obviously, if it's been like a while, you put them back on. They just turn on, the noise canceling kicks in, and then you're all set. And then when you take them off, it pauses whatever you're listening to. So that part is nice because it. Like I don't use the buttons that much. I just use it if I need to like pause or play or skip from the headphones. And then the other button, there's one button for transparency mode, so I use that sometimes because the noise canceling actually is really good. Which is my next point. So the noise canceling on those is also definitely better than my Sony, the XM3s. It's like a little dangerous because it is quite. The noise canceling, it's intense, but the transparency mode is also better. So you put the transparency mode on, it's like almost better than you would hear naturally, right? Because essentially it's a microphone on the outside bringing the sound in, so it's like amplified outside, and you can like hear it well. It's not like muffled. It's great. So I like that. So the sound, excellent. Connectivity is great. They are heavy. I think the outside of them are like, I think it's aluminum, I'm pretty sure. And like a lot of the reviews and stuff say they're heavy, but they actually are heavy. Like especially when you compare them to like a plastic pair of like standard headphones, they are heavy. And I also find like the headband portion is not forgiving. Like it seems like a situation where I'm going to be honest, where like there were no black people in the room, because our hair, like it grows often up as much, if not more than it grows like out to the side or down, right? So if my hair is like braided, for example, it's like a tight fit, right? And I have to like angle them a certain way to make sure they fit on my head. So that is annoying. That is one thing that I'm like, It's not like, I wonder if like people who have big heads, like I wonder if they have a hard time wearing them, right? Or people who have bigger hairstyles, like an afro or something else. Like it seems like they didn't really consider that. So they're heavy and they're a little tight. Not like in a painful way, but in a way like when I'm putting them on, I have to, like I said, angle them a certain way to make sure they fit. The case is horrendous. That's another thing all the reviews say. I'm like, it's not that bad. No, but really it's like pointless. Like because I think like when they first came out, you had to put them in the case to put it in the low power mode. Now that's not the case. So no pun intended. So I never put them in the case. And then I went home like for the holidays and I had them in my backpack and I put them in that little case, but it felt like it wasn't really doing much. So I think I might buy, Amazon has there's some interesting cases on Amazon sold by people. So I think I might get like a real case from Amazon just for traveling, because I feel like they're a little too expensive and to be just like out and about my backpack, especially with aluminum. Like I feel like they can get scratched, but what do I know? And I think that's the gist of it. Call quality. So the microphone is weird. Calls I think is fine, but like when I'm like recording like a voice note or something, like a voice message, it sounds like I'm far away. So like I don't know if it is going through the headphones, it's just hard to hear, or if it's still going through the phone, or like it's just a weird situation. but I do use it for phone calls sometimes, and they're not bad. But I also have the pros, so I tend to use those, um, because they're lighter and I just feel like they're better with calls. But that just also could be because I'm used to them, so we'll see. Um, but yeah, I think that is it. Um, I don't have a good benchmark to compare them to, so I can't tell you if they're like worth it or not. I don't regret buying them. I was nervous if I would or not, but I don't, because the sound is excellent and the connectivity truly is like the main reason I was getting new headphones. Because my Sonys, they still sound perfectly fine. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I just got tired of like multiple times a day switching between devices, which I know is such a first world problem. But again, it's just like one of my things that I'm like, okay, I can splurge on this. So for me, it felt worth it. If you're like between, two, like I'm sure the Sonys, the XM, I think they're on the 5s now. I'm sure those are just as good, if and they're cheaper for sure. Also at the time I had Apple Music, so I really wanted the spatial audio and Dolby Atmos, which is the main reason I got these. Not these, but the AirPod Maxes. So if you care about the spatial audio, which is fine, that's another good reason to get them. However, I did turn spatial audio off in Apple Music because it all the songs sounded like much quieter. Well, if you did, if you spatial audio, so the Dolby Atmos, like the fixed, is fine, but if you put on the spatial audio, it sounds too low. But it's also like if you're on certain apps, like when you move your head, it still does the whole thing. But if you have regular AirPods, I think it does that too. Or not regular, but the pros. But I'm not all the way positive. But yeah, if you have any questions that I did not answer in the video, just leave it in the comments and I'll be happy to answer. Okay. But until next time, actually before I go, shout out to Maya, because they were the one who requested this video. And I was going to go to another names video, and then so I'm like, oh, let me go to the comments so I make sure I read her name. And then I saw the part where she's like, I'm sorry, I'm assuming where they're like, I found you from the AirPods video. Like, I would love to hear an update/review. Like, oh shoot, so let me do that first. So I'll do that now, and then I'll record the names video at this point a different day because my legs are a little bit tired and I've fallen asleep and it's like 1 a.m. So I was 1 a.m. on the dot. All right. So in that note, or should I say in that case,